Hi, everybody. V here. I have a sad announcement and I don't want to beat around the bush. I just want to get straight to it. So, essentially, the podcast is changing. It will no longer be released on a weekly basis, and I don't have a set schedule to release episodes moving forward. First of all, I am sorry to anyone who listens to this podcast on a weekly basis and really looks forward to it. I understand this can be very disappointing, and I'm very sad to have to make this announcement as well. Like, it doesn't make me feel good at all to have to record this and publish it. I know some of you may be wondering why. Well, when we first started, like, re-releasing the podcast in 2021, this became a really great hobby, and I was doing it with my best friend, and I loved everything about the process. I loved recording, I loved editing, I loved the social media management of it. But as time has gone on, some parts of the process have not been as exciting for me, and that's actually starting to feel kind of like an obligation, which sucks because in the beginning of the entire podcast journey that I started with Lucas, it was so much fun. Like, it was such a fun hobby. I really enjoyed it. I really feel like it was allowing me to be creative and allowed me to do something very, very fun with my best friend in the entire world. I still enjoy recording conversations with Lucas. Like, it truly is sometimes the highlight of my week because I just have so much fun doing it. But as time has gone on, I have become less infatuated with the process of everything that comes with post-production of a podcast. I know I've talked about it before on the podcast, but things like editing, video production, social media management, advertising, stuff like that, I used to find fun, and honestly, I just don't really have the motivation to do it anymore, frankly. And it has turned this fun hobby of mine into something that is an obligation. I used to work on them like back to back to back, and like I had so much fun doing it that I would work on it all the time. Over the past few weeks, it's kind of shifted into something where I'm postponing it until the Thursday before or the Friday before, and I feel like it's become weekly homework and not something that I'm pouring a passion into. And frankly, there are just other parts of my life that I would rather give that time and energy into right now. So that's why I know some of you are like maybe wondering like, hey, is this the end of the podcast? I don't think that it is. I can't guarantee anything. I'm pretty much going on a hiatus to figure out how I feel about continuing the podcast. We're still going to have an internet presence. It's not my intention to wipe our presence off of the internet. Lucas and V exist no more. That's not what I'm doing here. I just want to free myself from the weekly schedule in hopes that it allows me to kind of take a breather and find the passion for podcasting again, because recording is only like 5% of the process and 95% of it is like back end stuff. So I just want to find the passion and find the joy in it again, and I think the weekly schedule is kind of sucking that out of it for me, so that's why I'm backing away from a weekly schedule. That being said, I can't necessarily commit that we're going to come back to a weekly schedule. I can't commit that we're going to put out another episode because I just don't know how I feel. I need to go on this hiatus in order to figure out how I feel. I need to figure out if I miss it. I need to figure out if I don't miss it, and then I can react accordingly. So there isn't like a permanent end to the podcast. It's just me stepping away from the weekly schedule so that way I can take a breather and figure out what I want to do with my time. I do have some episodes that we recorded, and those may or may not come out. I'm sorry, I can't make a promise. I know that that's very frustrating, but I just can't make a guarantee because frankly, like, when it comes to podcast production, it's a one-woman show. It's me. It's me, myself, and I working on all of this, so it just depends on how I feel about it, frankly. So again, I know this is really shitty timing because we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. I know it sucks. But frankly, I was kind of having these feelings back in October of 2021, and I kind of just pushed it off and was like, oh, maybe I'll pass. And the fact that it's coming up again, like a couple months later, I feel like it's just time that I just like listen to that little voice in my head that's telling me that I need a break. Because frankly, I don't have any juice left in me, unfortunately, for this hobby. I want to take a moment to thank all of my listeners, whether you've listened loyally on a weekly basis or whether you have listened, only once or twice. Every listen matters. Every comment matters. Every like on a post matters. Like, I notice all of you. I really deeply, from my heart, appreciate all of you. I don't know what this means for future podcast release episodes. I don't know what this means for streaming. I have no idea. I just need time off to figure that out. I don't plan on taking a break from social media. I'll probably still be on there and checking everything out. I don't plan on stopping playing Choices because I've been playing Choices since like at least 2018, so that's not going to stop for me. You can expect that I will be available and reachable through all of the avenues that I have been available and reachable through before. I just may take longer to reply. So, not that I ever replied very fast anyways, but I deeply, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate all of you. Hopefully this isn't the last time that I interface and am able to have a conversation with you guys, but it is kind of like a goodbye for now, maybe see you later kind of thing. So, again, I love all of you. Thank you so much for all of your support, likes, comments, retweets, follows, yada, 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 all that good shit. At the end of the day, thank you for all of your human interaction into this really random thing that me and Lucas decided to pick up. And even though he's not here to say goodbye, please know that he's also fully on board with this, and we hope to eventually come back, but I don't know. We don't know. We don't know what the future holds. So thank you all so much. I'm so sorry. Bye.